Okay, we're here with Pastor and Mrs. Odom. We're going to ask them a few questions and see how they answer. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
No.
Okay. All right, so Mrs. Odom, if Pastor were an animal, what animal would he be and why?
A lion. Because he's ferocious.
Yes.
Wow! Very nice. How do you feel about that, Pastor?
I agree 100%.
If Mrs. Odom wasn't a pastor's wife, what would she be?
Oh, wow. She could be anything she wanted to be, but I would say she can sell anything. So maybe, I don't know, used car salesman. No, just kidding.
Wow, car salesman.
Anything she wanted to be.
Aw, how sweet.
Aw.
Can you guys please imitate each other?
You would go first?
Yeah, you go ahead. Do you want to?
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, lovely. Okay,
How was that? I got the laugh?
that one's good.
Okay.
You're so mean.
What is Pastor's favorite ice cream flavor?
Okay, mint chocolate chip. But right now he likes coffee chip. But I would say
Yep.
mint chocolate chip. Yep.
Wow. How long have you and Mrs. Odom been married, Pastor?
See, I can always remember the answer to this because whatever year it is, I add one.
I
So
think
20,
I'm doing the reactive.
23 years.
23 years.
Yes. It'll be 24 years in January.
24 years in January.
We love you guys in your marriage. It's very cute. What are your guys' life verses? And can you explain why you chose that verse? Who wants to go first?
I go first. You go first?
I'll go first. Galatians 2:20, and it is just me being crucified unto Christ, and how my life is not for myself but for Christ, and I want to, when I enter heaven's gate, for him to say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." So I am crucified unto him daily, sometimes every hour, if not more. So Galatians 2:20.
Mine is Isaiah 6:8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, "Whom shall I send, and whom will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me." And I chose that as my life verse when I was a teenager, because at that point I had surrendered my life to do whatever God wanted me to do, and I came across that verse and I thought that should be my life verse.
Amen. All right. Those are both good verses. What is your guys' most memorable memory at FBA?
Oh, wow. I would say, well, there's like so many, but one of the first ones is the first year we were in this new building, the school. And then I would say one of my second one is just Sunday night, seeing the kids sing I Believe God was so moving, because just seeing those little kids knowing that they are being trained in the way of the Lord, and that they were singing the song, just not the words, but you could tell they were really believing it. And I would say thirdly, sorry if I'm stealing
No, it's okay. Keep going.
is one of our first state championship games, because so many years we were not good in sports. And that first year we won, it was just so awesome, and just to see us all cheering for each other. But there's so many good memories at FBA. It's just a great family to be around.
I bet.
So there are many highlights that, like Mrs. Odom mentioned, that I could mention today, such as Do-Rag Chapel Day. That was a great moment.
That was a good time.
That will live in infamy, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I would say that probably the most precious memory I have of FBA was walking into the first chapel in 2011, and we had 23 students, and I remember I asked them to take a picture that day.
Yeah.
I said, let's take a picture of this, because this is going to be a memory down the road. And we've looked at that picture many times. And I knew that day that God was in it. And when God is in it, he's going to bless it.
Amen.
And even though we didn't know all the path God would have for us ahead, look what God has done over the years. And so that's a precious moment for my memory.
Oh, that's beautiful. What is your guys' goal at FBA or with FBA?
Just to train up the next generation, like we talk in our Bible class often, to have a relationship with Christ, a personal relationship with Christ, that they can teach the next generation, and it just go on and so forth.
So our motto from day one has been developing the mind of Christ in the leaders of tomorrow. So my greatest goal, my greatest vision for our academy is that young men and young ladies that come here will develop the mind of Christ. They'll learn to love him and follow him, walk with him, and serve him their entire lives.
Amen. If you could say anything to any student right now at FBA, what message would you have for them?
I would say I love you.
Aw.
That's a good one. I would also say that I love you and love the Lord. Just love him and follow him, because the day's going to come when Mrs. Odom and I aren't around, when your parents aren't around, when even your friends aren't around. But you'll always have the Lord with you. So walk with him, do what you do for him, and he'll never fail you.
All right, so for this last question, Pastor and Mrs. Odom, we want to ask you, who is your favorite child?
Now, at FBA or at our family?
In your family,
Oh,
yes, sir.
of the four. That's a tough one.
No. Oh, Corbin, no way. Maybe.
Agree? Yeah? Okay, for sure,
Yeah.
right? For
Yes,
sure?
okay, we agree. Yeah, for sure.
So,
Our-
together,
our
our
favorite child is...